Here's a note of adoration to the heroes of our age, who spend sleepless nights while we get our wage. They push our fates forward and never give up. They're relentless and brave even when they fuck up. Dead by default, dead by default, dead by default, dead by default. The game of survival is always at play. Without the next check, everyone goes away. The devs and the sales and even the lawyers. Nothing remains except for the stories. Dead by default, dead by default, dead by default, dead by default. So you go to investors and ask for the money, and hear the no's instead of the honey. You sleep on an airplane or rather don't sleep, and once you have landed in hotel room you weep. Dead by default, dead by default. You try and you try and you fail and get up and you try. You cry and you cry and you cry and you cry and you cry. Talk to the customers who are not understanding, and then disappear, leaving you with crash landing. You pivot and pivot, sometimes twice in 1 week. Your team thinks you're crazy, but you don't give a shit. Dead by default, dead by default, dead by default, dead by default. And finally something, a glimmer of hope, but no, you composing a suicide note. The ups and the downs are killing your soul, but in front of your team you play a cheaper role. You try and you try and you fail and get up and you try. You cry and you cry and you cry and you cry and you cry. And then hey, you made it, you're on your way up, but you still scare shitless, it all goes tits up. But all of it's worth it when the exit comes through. Oh shit, you're addicted, you started anew. Dead by default, dead by default, dead by default, dead